Greetings, everyone. This is Queen with Sunkissed Spiritual Consulting. I got a special guest today, Star from Dark Enlightenment. Star also has a book out. I believe it's called The Butterfly Experience. Is that correct?
Yes, that's it.
All right. So you want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Oh man. Let's see. Where do I start? Well, I'm Star. And yes, I just wrote The Butterfly Experience, The Alchemical Steps to Enlightenment. You can get that on Amazon. And yes, I don't know what else to say. It's so much to me.
Right. I hate that question. Like, well, what all do you want to know? I'm a multifaceted individual.
I have so many layers. I'm a mom, soon to be grandma. Let's see what else. So many layers.
So many. So, I asked you up here today for a couple of reasons. One, I saw your post, and usually on this channel, I have a lot of conversations dealing with the issues of women and the way women behave. And I don't necessarily feel like it is our place to tell these men how they should behave. At the same time, it seems like there is no guidance on the male side as far as code of ethics and behavior goes. And I feel like it sends mixed messages to women about what exactly the standard or the code for manhood is. While a lot of people get upset because, I'm a black woman, and a lot of people hate the fact that I will say I am a black woman. But that's who I am. It doesn't make me any less American or any of that. It's just my experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so while the issues that we may have as black women may transcend race and color and all of that type of stuff, we just have a unique set of occurrences.
Yeah.
They have put us in certain positions that cause some of this negative behavior.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel like makes my job harder is I can tell these women, and a lot of them, they may feel like they've done, the best that they can do when they can't get a man to meet them halfway. Mm-hmm. And I think the problem on social media is instead of people getting up and having actual conversations, they decide to troll or be cantankerous for the sake of being cantankerous.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And also they allow themselves to be misled and part of social experiments. I'll go over that too, because it's a lot of that going on.
Yes, and you know what? I feel like I have gone into a space that I ain't never been in before. It's a unique space, and I'm I'm learning things, but at the same time, I feel like I'm part of somebody's social experiment because I don't really know exactly what the hell is going on over there.
Like, am I seeing this? Yeah, because this is why you probably see it like that. Because I feel the same way sometimes. When I'm in my home and we're family women. I haven't always been this way. You knew me before I was this way.
Right.
So we are in our homes and we taking care of our children. We have balance with our husbands. So when we are in our own bubbles, we see it as being harmonic. And then when we get online and we see all this fuck shit, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
so that's why it feels like, am I in a social experiment here, or what's really happening? And as I dig deep and try to uncover the layers, and I have wrote it out, I see that there's a lot of people that really just didn't get that wisdom. They didn't get that. Maybe we probably didn't get it how we probably really wanted it too, but everybody just ain't found their way like that, just to really attract exactly what they really need.
Right. I don't think a lot of people don't know what they want or need. I've noticed that when I've gone into these spaces, that these men will make these blanket statements.
Mm-hmm.
The new one is this one is amazing to me. Well, what do you as a woman bring to the table? And then when the woman starts to say things like, well, I can cook very well, I can keep house, I'm very good at raising children. They're like, I can do all that myself. I can pay somebody to do that. But y'all said the women need to be feminine and submissive and go back into the house. And when she starts speaking of doing domestic things, you shoot that down.
Right.
And I feel like women need to stop answering that damn question, because if the man is asking you that question, that means he doesn't know the intrinsic value of a woman.
Or her, because I mean, I've brought plenty of kids issues, shit, infidelities, all kinds of shit to tables, and not one time has anybody ever asked me what the fuck I brought. A lot of times I didn't bring shit but problems, but they wanted me. That man wants you. It doesn't matter. I see it every day. Now, it sounds really, I can hear men, if a man's listening, I can hear him cringing right now. Yeah, well, you ain't got deep enough in the pussy that you really love. Because oh, I'm raw as fuck. No matter what her flaws are, she can be flawed the fuck out. You get deep enough in there, and it's something about her magnetism. It ain't gonna matter how many kids she got. You're gonna do everything you can to make sure you want her. And she might possibly be a good fucking woman. You don't know. Shit, my grandma had 6 kids and met her husband, and they were married till death. And when I say when she met him, she had nothing. She had 6 kids and on welfare. So they built together. He inspired her. Now, he didn't have no monies either, but he sparked something in her. This woman went and she became very educated. She built businesses. She bought real estate. She died a millionaire. And she was inspired by her husband. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of money, but it was just something about the way they built together. Mom, no. Yes, baby. He did it. Got the splinter out? Yes, baby.
Only 2 wishes.
Oh, I see.
Motherhood duties. Y'all know how they go.
Okay. No. You don't want me to kiss it? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay, don't be mad. Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. Your daddy's calling. Okay, what the hell was I saying? Oh shit. Okay, my grandmother. But my point is, just watching that situation lets me know it don't matter. He could have went and got any other woman. He wanted her. It was something about her. He loved her. He protected her till death. That's what I'm saying. So the way these people talking, they don't know life. They talking about situations that they seen go sour, but they don't ever talk about the good ones.
You know, that's interesting because I was in this space yesterday and it was literally stated, why are we celebrating marriage like it's an accomplishment? Which really confused me because on one hand, you have these men shaming these women because they are married. And then when you come across um a woman, specifically a black woman, that is married, now that is something that we don't need to celebrate.
Yeah, I've
But
seen men actually promote not getting married. They're like, "Hey, don't get married," you know. And they were sharing it like it was something to really be happy about. But okay, if you don't want to get married, that's fine. But do you ever plan on having children, sir?
exactly, because we already see the problem that not having marriages is creating in the black community. We
Mm.
already see that. I'm also in this particular space saying the community where it's like we and things like that is frowned upon.
Mm.
So this is a totally new space, new dynamic for me. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into?
Look, I wish I knew how to put up like a screenshot, but this morning, because I always get invited into those groups where the men are really spilling all this hateful shit because
Yeah.
I am not really the one to go in emotionally. I go in and I'm more diplomatic. So I get kicked out because I'm peaceful. And
Yeah.
when I started researching the admins, I seen that none of them were black for one. And a lot of the profiles are fake, and most of them are for China. So, but this is something the brothers are not looking into at all. They don't care. They see something. So I seen one today and it said, we need more futures in here instead of Russells. And basically he named all these derogatory, the men that were perceived as derogatory, and said that they need more of that instead of Russell Wilson's in the group. And
Wow.
yeah, and when I looked at this person's profile, this is not even a black person saying this, and the comments were full of black men praising it and black women, being talked about, shamed. Even if they say something positive, they're shamed, and it's crazy because they're allowing others to influence it. It's no different from when they poured drugs and all kinds of other things into the communities. They're doing it digitally now, but we're falling for it. And that's what's happening.
Falling straight forward.
Yeah,
And
because these ain't black people. These ain't black people having these conversations. These ain't.
Yes, and it's really interesting. Matter of fact, that's why we're here. So let me get the video of your post that made me want to do this stream. So let us play this. Y'all look at this. This my homie Star. Y'all can go follow her on Facebook. She be dropping jewels. I don't know if she gonna let you on her friends list, but look at this. Men who post about black women all day and single moms. And I mean all day. Whole groups specifically to bash black women. All day. Literally. And the moderators are in China. LOL. It's their entertainment seeing niggas fight all day. Put that same energy into your financial portfolio. Get rich. Find a beautiful non-black woman with no kids and live happily after. I'm rooting for you. Plenty of my buddies have done it already, along entertainers and pro athletes. Aquanisha may not be your ideal mate. She doesn't represent all black women. Doesn't mean you got to focus on her all day. You will manifest exactly what you hate while pushing the decent women back with your bitterness. Her existence and calamities are a byproduct of a toxic manufactured culture. Black women were bamboozled into feminism and extreme insecurity, same as black men being bamboozled into nigger culture. The CIA and your beloved government have receipts of the agenda. Black folk after slavery were still getting married and had traditional roles. The black men who were lynched were mostly businessmen, and it left the wives to step into a masculine role of raising and protecting her young. And then welfare hurt our family dynamics. Drugs thrown in our neighborhood strategically, and with broken spirits, the weak fail. That is when everything crumbled. Go research. Strategic planning by your current president and government. And the weak that fell into the system still reproduce. You are arguing with their lost offsprings. This takes nothing away from personal responsibility and accountability. However, those type of women had no guidance from the elder women in their family due to generations of no healthy family dynamics. Most women never were taught by their mothers how to pick men. Their mothers are just as lost and never attracted good mates either. Her mother didn't teach her. The only woman with wisdom is 4 to 5 generations back, and it never reached the current generation. Personal accountability is what you claim you want, but from who? Strange broads online? Come on, brothers. All that energy could have went into you traveling to South America for a gorgeous, level-headed woman with an unknown stranger about her poor life choices. She attracts the type of men that are equally on her mental level, low caliber. But you debate her daily. You just exchange energy with her too. Please do not invite me to your bitter groups. All the members will be working in rice fields soon if they don't select better topics. Best believe non-black men are not talking about any of that. They don't care what Karen or Maria is doing. They are talking about money, guns, and survival. I suggest following different friends. Brad is not posting about Trailer Park Susan with multiple kids. It's not even a thought. Brad getting his money right because he doesn't want to be in the rice fields with Susan. I suggest a different hobby for your sake. Signed, Star. What? Oh, baby, we about to get into this because I got to chat with y'all about this old bullshit. So, all right. I freaking love that when I wrote that. When I read it. Sorry. I loved it when I read it. And
thank you.
I said, I have to put this up because there are so many, even this demographic of men that I have come across. They are supposed to be so professional, they're businessmen and all of these things. And while they do have other topics about politics and all those sorts of things, they have a lot of discussion about the dysfunction of women, which is fine. But most of the time, the topic is the black woman. A lot of these men have decided that they need to move around culture because black women ain't gonna never do right. Black women ain't shit. All of this type of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm of the opinion that if you no longer are invested in the community, to which they feel like there is none, and to a certain degree, I kind of agree because we don't behave like a community. But if you're no longer invested in that or trying to fix it, then you shouldn't be talking about it. You should leave us alone. I don't give a damn how wayward Keisha is. Leave her alone.
None of your concern at this point.
Right. You got somewhere else to go. Don't you got other things to attend to? Leave us alone. We know we got problems over here. We not crazy. Now,
but, here's what I don't understand. Mm-hmm. And I can understand their concern because I've had brothers be like, but it's just hard to look. Okay, I get it. If it's that hard to look at, I get it. But here's the thing. Why can't they do what Brad do? You think Brad gives a shit what's happening at the fucking trailer park? He don't care, especially if he got money. He's not even looking that way. I'm telling you, it's just the way that they operate and the way that these brothers is operating. You got, sometimes you just got to turn your head towards shit, and you can't paint everybody with the same brush. I know single moms out here who are some damn good catches, And then I know some out here whom I would never recommend a man deal with. But I can say that for many other type of women, just based on their personality, their hygiene, their ways, their attitude. I'm judging the character. Because when a man really falls in love with a woman, all that extra shit that they be talking online, that shit don't even matter. It don't. Those same men talking all that shit, they got lives behind the scenes. I know because I mentor a lot of them. A lot of men that be talking all that shit, I'm confidential as fuck. I'm not gonna rat nobody out. But I'm just saying, they don't be, that's not their real life.
Right. That's the other thing.
Alter ego online.
Right. They get up here with these alter egos. You're not helping the conversation. There are people who are internalizing what is being said, in addition to facing the things that they are facing out here in the real world. I'm not even in the dating scene. But me being on the outside looking in, baby, look, let me tell you, I'd be a whole nun. I'd be a nun or a stone cold hooker. Okay.
It would be either or. Yep, that's how I feel.
Because who finna deal with that? That is absolutely asinine. There is no respect for each other as Black men and women. And it's really curious to me that these men who say, oh, the women they don't want us to lead and they don't listen to us. But you sitting up here talking about the lowest of low in society. But your complaint is these women think they money makes something. So you should be talking about those women, not little crazy that just went down there to the welfare office and tried to rob them. Okay, why are we talking about her?
Like, because we don't even fuck with her.
Right. Why are you talking about her and then trying to paint this picture that all Black women are like this? We're not. You know, now there are some of us that take advantage of the government and all of that stuff, but largely most of these women, and if we are to be honest about the situation, are out there working because they have children to take care of and they have to do it alone.
Oh man. Look, I even though at one point, at a couple points in my life, you know, I've been in that situation. And being now from the other side, and I've helped many single moms, you know, financially, as far as in my professional career, I've you know, from home ownership to their credit, all of those things. And each one of these women that I came across were damn good women. I'm not just saying it because you know, but they were damn good women. And when I see some of the things online, I'm like, dude, like, do you really realize that, you know, you are really like missing out on it's crazy, you know, but they're saying these things and not realizing that the words that they say, even if they don't mean it from their heart, they created a whole algorithm. So now they've created their own paradigm of bitterness, even if they really meant that shit. Like, why do you even care what's going on with somebody that you don't want?
Why? You don't want her. Or then they say, oh, well, we do. We just want them to act. You can't make anybody act the way you want them to act. If you say you want cooperation goes both ways. It seems like these men are stuck in this time period where it was okay to dominate women. And I understand saying, you know, feminism is an issue and all of that. And I agree to a certain extent. Some of these women just done lost all their damn mind, just acting a fool. But we as Black folk, we ain't never been in no situation where we just outright stone cold dominated each other.
No.
Ever.
Look, the thing is with the whole leading thing, I have to break that down because, you know me, I want to look at the etymology of the words and all the shit. The thing is, I think the reason why a lot of men feel like, oh, she won't let me lead. First of all, the minute that a man says that, that lets me know the level of masculinity that he has and his ego and all it lets me know more than what I need to know. Right. And the reason for that is because if a man has to ask permission to be a man, then you've already lost. If you have to even open your mouth to say a woman won't let, dude, what? Oh, okay. Well, you're surrendering your power. Ain't nobody. The thing is, I would be scared to be with a man that's telling me that, oh, well, she won't let me leave. I mean, unless she's really got a gun to your head and saying, no, you can't make no type of moves. I don't understand what that means. Because, see, you know, I feel like whoever got the bigger vision is going to automatically fall in line as the leader. So you need to stay mentally ahead of your woman. Isn't that what that means? So if you guys have a vision, because if you're really a damn good couple, y'all should always be huddled together like y'all a team. Like, okay, you take this side, you take. No, it's not about who's the leader, who's not. Yeah, you got the team captain. Okay, nigga, you want to be captain? Here's your hat. Fuck. Damn, you need a fucking hat to feel good about us being the team? Motherfucker, let's do it. Shit, the hat gonna make your dick, get erect or some shit. I don't fucking know. You need to do it. But if we have to have this discussion, we don't waste money. I don't want to have this fucking discussion with you. Let's build a legacy for our family. Okay, I thought about the fucking idea. So what? Okay, well, you go and you execute it then. You be the face of it then. How about that? I'll write the fucking shit. Or how about that? But see, me and my husband, we don't have those problems. Right. But I'm saying a lot of men don't like that shit. Oh, you need to stay in your respectful place. Well, motherfucker, what if I have a real estate license and I sell commercial real estate and you just happen to have a fucking construction company? So you telling me I can't make any business connections behind the scenes for your punk ass? You telling me that it will hurt your ego that fucking bad to make you an extra $1 million? Oh, nigga, please. I could sit here and raise these kids, bake a pie and do laundry and do that at the same time. Are you kidding me? But it's going to hurt your ego when that $1 million is going to go towards our children's college? Come on, man. Stop.
Teamwork. Make the dream work.
Right. Who's leading? Who's leading? We both need to submit to wisdom. Wisdom needs to lead. That's what needs to lead. Because it's going to be a time I'm going to have to probably take care of you. You might get hurt. I'm going to have to take care of you. Who's going to lead then? I got to sit up and wipe your ass. Because guess what? It's going to be, if my husband have to take care of me a few times. So all I'm saying is you work as a team. Yes. If you want a cookie for being the leader, oh, here you go. Here's your fucking cookie. If you need that for us to be a team, then goddamn, let's do it.
Let's do it. I think it's a problem on both ends. These men they have an ego problem because if you say, here go your hat if you need this, let's get to this business. They feel some way about that. She's trying to be masculine. Then these women, well, what he need a hat for, bro? You not understand the psychology of a man on any level? Like, what's the problem? Like, both of y'all tripping over something that doesn't even matter, because where one is weak, the other should be strong. So there are going to be times when one will take the lead in certain situations and the other one acquiesce that particular position because that person is stronger, be them the male or the female in the relationship. It doesn't matter. What matters is y'all can cooperate and be a team.
Yep. Exactly. And for the record, all those examples I was given before, I never had those kind of discussions with my husband, even talk to my husband in those ways, only because I would not get into a marriage without already having the talks of those visions. Like, okay, this is what I want. Okay, I want a daughter. Okay, I got 2 of them. Great. So we have these discussions. We do it every day. We brainstorm. So these are things. And then me and him discuss, how do other people not do this? I don't know. Dang. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really strange. People don't want to have conversations.
They don't.
Because people can't put their egos up. Everybody got to be in a place where they got to be right. And I love that post because somebody need to tell these men, hey, you ain't gonna tell me I need to leave and submit to you, and all you want to do is sit up here and talk about bald head hoe shit, sir. Sir,
I can't. Like, my husband has never ever. I don't think he's ever made any. I think he only posts like informational stuff. I don't think he's ever really said anything. But if that was what his focus was on, we would have never connected because, shit, our economy is fucked. Like, how do you focus on those things? How do you focus on that?
Right. We ain't trying to talk about the bald-headed hoe shit, okay? We got shit to do. And sir, Mr. Leader, sir, Do you see what the fuck is going on around here? Sir, sir.
Hold on. You know what lead means? Lead means show the way. So you're showing me the way, but you showing me these hood rats. I don't want to see these motherfuckers. I don't hang out at them places, man. I'm cooking dinner by 5.
I don't need to see hood rat Shaquan, okay? I don't want to talk about hood rat Shaquan unless I'm trying to show hood rat Shaquan the way. That's the only time I want to talk about her. We know hood rat Shaquan exists. We know. We not crazy. We don't need a news flash or none of that. Okay.
Right.
News flash. It's hood rats out here. Really. It's hood rats and it's niggas. What's up?
We know, believe me, because we raising our kids to not be like that.
Right. Like shit. I don't understand why these men don't have a better focus. And I understand that men need a place to get out their frustrations, because for a long time men were not able to talk about it. But now it's getting to the point where it's not even productive, and it is starting to seep into places. It's taking over places and spaces where you should be having productive dialogue, making productive moves and stuff like that. But you is stuck over here talking about hood rats doing hood rat things. As if that is the entire community. Now, don't get me wrong. Some women may be a little more masculine than a lot of these men, would like. Okay, give us some time. Just like you might need some time. The truth of the matter is, a lot of y'all didn't have no daddies or no father figures around to actually define for you what the hell manhood was. So you learning it trial by error as well.
Yeah, they are. But here's the problem. Yeah, they say the women are masculine, but then they can't even define what masculine and feminine is, because in all reality, feminine energy is fucking violent. It's crazy. Like raw feminine energy is off the chain.
Very chaotic.
It's extremely chaotic. They don't even understand metaphysics, but they want to go, well, she got too much masculine energy. What the fuck is that? Because right now you whining is feminine as fuck. So we need to define the lines here, because the thing is, I can give all facts, and I know in my writing I'm very masculine in that. However, the things, the emotions behind what they write, because the thing is, I could feel emotions through reading people's words, and they're fucking emotional.
Yeah, I call them homotional. They some emotional ass men. Okay, y'all some old emotional ass niggas, and they be mad because that's the other thing. I'm not trying to conform into whiteness, okay? And I understand that I'm a little rough around the edges in speech. I'm not trying to QC that. I am who I am, and it's okay. And it is, this is terrible. Look how the black man. Is you listening to what I'm saying, or is you just trying to degrade me? And for what? Why we can't have a conversation? Men are supposed to be logical, but y'all do more hollering and name calling and fool acting than some of these damn women. Y'all act just like the women.
More so than ever. And the thing is, see, I kind of got caught in that being I was the only black kid in my whole school, and actually damn near my whole town growing up. And then I didn't get around other children that even looked like me until damn near teenage years, and they whooped my ass. They didn't like me. So I just really was kind of, I'm still stuck with that little Valley Girl shit. But but that fools a lot of brothers, because I've had plenty of brothers that never and will not date black women. I've dated a few. I'm friends with many of them to this day, and they feel that way. But I obviously, to them, just what their perception is. I don't have the black girl demeanor or whatever. I don't know. But I'm still a black woman because I still have black woman experiences.
Right.
Shit, I'm a black woman, shit. So I just don't have the I just, I don't have rhythm and dance and all that shit. I mean, I don't have the certain components. I don't know sometimes the latest stuff to say. I guess the dances and all. I don't know. I don't keep up with the latest.
With that type of stuff. But that is the environment that you came from, and there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
And just like the environment that I came from, I didn't know I had a Southern drawl, girl. I didn't know I had a Southern drawl until I was grown as hell. Okay,
You didn't know?
I had no idea because I'm from the South, and people speak this way. So nobody ever told me that my Southern drawl was that heavy. And I remember when I first started speaking and having an audience, people would make comments and, oh, she sound dumb, your voice ugly, da 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 da.
What?
I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? So I recorded myself and I sat down and I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God. Is that me? So it was at that point I had a decision to make. I can sit here and try to enunciate my words as clearly as possible so I can sound like I speak the king's English, or I can just be myself. I choose to be myself because what's wrong with me? I can learn just as well as anybody else. I'm not a damn dummy,
Right.
I just have a dialect and a tone, and
Right.
it's like that is a strike against me as a black woman. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all that we can't celebrate our blackness in entirety? Why? Because you grew up in the valley, you got to be called a white girl and all this type of shit. For what? What purpose does it serve?
Well, they learn quick because I mean, after so long, like country people strong as fuck. So the thing is, out here, California, everybody thinks it's all city, but where I came from was country. I didn't have no neighbors. It was farmland. Shit ate off the land. So when I end up going to the hood, and they did not like me. I'm like, hi, you want to be my friend? They're like, what the fuck? Whoop my ass. And I didn't know I could fight. So when I started fighting back, I was whooping ass. I was like, oh wow. So I talk like this, but I could fight. So fuck it. It worked. It was a good balance.
I mean,
but the unity amongst ourselves it has to remain strong. I've learned this over the course of some years. Just even myself in different sisterhoods. That I don't even speak on because my connections with certain people is so sacred. I talk like I just don't have a lot of friends, but I have some amazing, priceless connections with many people who and it's private, but I've learned sisterhood and it's important. But what I also learned is we can't just let anybody in that motherfucker. It's okay to be judgmental. See, not to the point where you're like, ugh, I ain't helping her. No, if you have the capacity to judge, then you also have the capacity to help correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a lot of sisters I would never connect with just based on them being bad mothers. They might be great in business. They might make me laugh. Shit, we can have a great time, but if you ain't really attentive to your children, it's gonna hurt my feelings to be around you because I'm not gonna want to see your children get dogged. If you know what I mean, things like that. So it's certain, but we have to be okay with bringing that to the circle. Like, hey, sister, let me help you out right quick. You know what I mean? Instead of getting mad. You've called me out about maybe a decade ago. I'm on some fuck shit I was on. It's okay to call people out. It's okay because you're doing it. If you're doing that shit out of love, it might be a spirit. That's spirit. Maybe she needs that message.
Bro, I was so freaking terrified.
I'm happy you did.
I was terrified. Just so y'all know, Star is my narcissistic friend, okay?
Like a psychopath.
Baby, and Star was on one, okay? So I used to say stuff to her, and she had a group. And one thing I can say, no matter what I said to her, no matter how she felt about what I said, unlike some other women, she never kicked me out of her space.
No. I always held a sacred place for you because it was something about you. I'm telling you. But the thing is, I love the fact that you was not fucking with my ego though, because my ego was so big back then, but I didn't see it. I could look back now and be like, wow, but I didn't see it. But you be like, hold up, no, Star, you know that's not even appropriate. Like, you know. I remember I was talking about some nipple clamps or some shit one day, and I put it in the wrong group. And you was like, wrong group. I said, oh shit, Robert. I said, fuck. And it had to be her to call me the fuck out. If anybody gonna call me the fuck out, it's gonna be her.
Right. And that's, and you know, I think a lot of women misunderstand me because I mean, my message is not no fucking friendly. Hi, let's be friends. Oh, you're hurt. Let me kiss your boo. I'm not doing that. You a grown ass woman. You got accountability that you are not utilizing, and you doing too damn much.
That's the nigga.
And I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that. And a lot of women, they take it there, and when the conversation deflects to men, I'm like, hey, ma'am, you can't do this. Well, these men, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about you.
How about you?
You need to realize the energy that you are putting out here, which is why I titled the stream, even though your message was to the men, and I hope they got that. But I titled the stream, ladies, stop entertaining men that have no focus. Yeah. If these motherfuckers is up here all day, every day, talking about the horrors of women, baby, bypass him. He don't even deserve your attention or whatever, because whatever flaws he may have and flaws you may have, he has no interest in helping you at all. He has no respect for you. Don't even entertain his conversation, you know.
And if he's online, it's probably not an actual dude like that. It's Facebook. Facebook, and it's a couple other social media platforms, but definitely Facebook. And I can actually pull the proof. They pay people to conduct these social experiments on people, and it's so easy to do it to Black people. Like, I caught so many of them already, but it's hard to explain it without actually showing it, you know. And I take screenshots, I show all my proof, but no one really listens. You know, no one cares. I'm just like, you see the person who started this is not a real profile. This is something that's made up. But now it has 500 comments, and it's a whole bunch of people going back and forth and calling each other names and blocking each other. And it was all started by somebody in a different country that's getting paid money to do this. Now they see how the monkeys are acting, and now they can document it. So when they do start charging for social media, now they know how to market it. You know what I mean? They're giving free content to companies, and they're using this information to create AI systems, because all it is just reading algorithms, and then all these people putting out, regurgitating all this bullshit. That's their cipher. That is literally their cipher. So they're going to stay in that cipher. You know, they're going to keep talking about the same shit, and the world's going to pass them by. And before they know it, they're going to be in the rice fields, because the shit, I don't even want to say what may happen, but this is about to be a third world country. They're going to be so wrapped up in all the dumb shit they talk about. They're going to be in the rice fields, because now niggas, you ain't even got to put them in chains to be slaves. All you got to do is just put up a bad post and let them fight it out.
Yes, that's it. And we got children to raise, we got wounds to heal. We don't have time to sit up here and argue with these degenerate ass men. Okay, we as women, some of us, not all of us, because a lot of us don't sit down and do no introspection into the type of man that we want. We just holler, we want a man. Then you get a man, and you mad at him because he ain't what you want, but you don't even know what you want. So they waste time talking to dudes. That man, he would never do right by you ever, just because that's the type of person he is. Leave him the fuck alone. Stop talking to him. You know what pissed me off? When I found out the going rate for pussy was $40, I was highly upset. Highly.
Yeah,
what
that's
the, what the fuck is that?
They did that shit. They did that shit. I've never in my look. Listen. Oh boy, I can't. I don't understand.
$40. What you gonna do with $40?
That can't even give you gas to go. I don't even know. Like I couldn't even. I don't even know. That I'm lost for words because even in my dating days, shit, like a date, and we never even discussed numbers. Like that's not even something. I don't know. I'm lost for words.
Weird, man. And I'm like, you women got to take accountability for this type of shit because y'all entertain niggas. Y'all giving pussy to niggas that, boy, we used to have a standard that was so motherfucking cold. It was a certain type of dude. The only pussy he was gonna see, let alone try to touch, was inside of a textbook. Okay, this big stage right because he ain't have no semblance of manhood at all. Now we at a time where these type of dudes get more pussy than panties.
Oh yeah, and you know it's funny because at least they're getting the $40. Unfortunately, in a lot of cases they get impregnated, you know, and without even getting the $40. And the problem is women not understanding that their vagina is a gateway. They don't look at it like that. They just look at it as a physical, it's an organ. It's not. That's literally your energy center. You're allowing this person to put their energy into your gateway. Like, oh my God. Like, do you know what comes with that? Like, are you in agreement with what he's carrying? You don't know what he's carrying. You don't know what kind of generational shit he got going on.
They don't give a damn about none of that. The only thing they give a damn about, well, he got good hair. My baby gonna have good hair.
Oh, I got a couple of those. Let me tell you what happens let me tell you, all that good hair. I got all that. And guess what? It don't matter. It don't matter because it's a couple of things that's gonna happen. The seed that which that child came from, there's gonna be traits that's gonna raise up that are completely unfamiliar to you. And you're not gonna like it all the time. And then no matter what kind of hair, what kind of eyes, what they look like, because I would know. I got green-eyed kids. I got kids that got curly hair that laid to the side. I got kids that got hair like a Brillo pad. I got every type of kid you could think of. And I tell you what, they all require the same amount of love and work. Don't matter. So people, they out here doing all this weird shit for the wrong reasons. I see them in the stores, especially now. I ain't trying, you know, I don't like bashing nobody at all because I'm one of those people that's all for everybody. But the thing is it's the same thing as when you see a Caucasian woman in the store and she got her mixed baby and she going down all the extra aisles just to make sure you see the baby, just so she knows that you know that she had a nigga. Like you ever You ever encountered that before? You just trying to get some toilet paper or some salt, some shit, and she about to break her fucking neck just to make sure you see her with that baby. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's something. Let me shut up. It's something around them lines.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with all of y'all?
Right. It don't matter what the baby look like, dude. You could get pregnant by that dude. But you ain't gonna want to know what raises up in 16 years, 20 years. You don't know if he got schizophrenia running through his bloodline. Do you know that? Do you know? So when your baby start talking this shit, then you're gonna wonder where it came from. I mean, nothing against anybody with schizophrenia, because that shit running my family too. I'm just saying. But all I'm saying is you have to understand these things. You have to make an agreement with it. Shit. Okay. All right, motherfucker. You got this in your genetics. Okay. You got these kind of generational curses because we looking at the physical thing. People ain't thinking about the spiritual now. People ain't thinking about that because they don't think like that. They only think with their eyes, and your eyes can only see this a little bit of what's there anyway. So they only think like that. They ain't thinking energy. So yeah, they just laying down just so they can get an orgasm. But that's all they're getting. That orgasm, the energy that they get in from the sex, it's not even making its way to the crown chakra. So what are you really getting? Some sperm? Some dead ass sperm. Dead ass sperm you got to dish out? Come on, man.
Okay. And then all you got was $40 to buy the soap.
And that's if you got the fucking 40. Shit.
Right.
Might just get a chicken sandwich. Shit.
Like, girl, I remember one chick, she had sex with some dudes to get a chicken leg. Bitch, what is wrong with you?
Damn, not even the sandwich, the chicken leg.
She got a chicken leg that she said she was hungry. They told her they'll give her a chicken leg if she fucks up. And that's what she did. Baby, you could have went home and ate a sandwich, ma'am. What the fuck?
You know, I've been in situations similar. And because I've been homeless, I've been on the streets, I've had my baby when I was 15. I've been 15, 16, I've been through a lot. And I've been in situations where I had to jump out of moving cars. I've had to, you know, I remember we didn't have no food. But I never had those kind of propositions per se. I've had men actually take care of me, you know, and they looked out for me. A lot of them were like my brothers. And you know, I hope some listen because they can even vouch that, nah, you know, or like my little sis, you know, and it wasn't even like that. So it just pains me to know that there is a lot of men out here that really don't have that kind of love in their heart, like the ones that I connected with, or I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe they're all the same man, but they treat the women different. Because a lot of the men I had were assholes to other women, but they were really sweet to me. You know, I had one asshole. I needed a ride. It was immediate. And he was like, look, you know, if you do this for me, I'll give you a ride. I walked away like, what? First of all, what? Like, me? Like, we're not even entertaining that, you know? So you don't have to do those things because when you turn those things down, you get blessed for it because you didn't give up your dignity. You have to turn those down. You have to turn those things down. Now, I'm not knocking making your money if that's just what you do. I don't knock sex workers. I don't, because I mean, shit, that's what they do. But if you're not a sex worker, that's not your thing, and it's really gonna fuck your head up to fuck somebody for some money. I don't give a fuck if it's $40 or $10,000. Don't fucking do it. Right. Don't do it. But don't go and fuck somebody else for a thrill and your fucking lights go out. Because then I'm gonna call you a dumb bitch for not fucking for 10,000 and then fucking for free and getting your lights turned the fuck off. That's what I will do. That's what I will do. Yeah, ain't no difference, right? But you know, this for not giving in. Look, I could have gave in the military. I still would have had my career. I got kicked out. Not kicked out. I got honorably discharged. But I got pushed out because I didn't sleep with a superior. He was begging me for it. But guess what? Because I didn't do it, there's a greater reward for that. Right. But if I had did it, if I had done that, do you think I would be able to get any kind of justice from that? No. Not at all.
Nope.
So that shows all what, you know, that shows that staying true to yourself pays off. Don't be fucking nobody for no $40. Shit.
Not at all. For what? That's your dignity, you know.
That's your gateway, man. Like I said, if you just gotta go out there and that's the life you live, I'm not judging it because believe me, I got a lot of life experience, but at the same time, you keep your dignity because if you really a smart motherfucker, you ain't gotta ever give up no pussy to get what you need. Because shit, when I was a dancer, I'd be in there with my poems. I had clients come in for the fucking poems. Yeah. I had a whole man paying my rent just because I knew how to make pork chops. Oh, he wanted pork chops once a fucking month. Here you go. Shit, sometimes he didn't even have time to eat the pork chops because he always in between business meetings and shit. He'll meet me somewhere, give me my rent check, and I go on back home. But guess what I did for him? I used to secure all his paperwork. I probably saved him millions of fucking dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because shit, if he had his paperwork around people that they could have did all kinds of shit to him. This man had multiple businesses, but I helped him with his paperwork. And all he wanted was just some pork chops sometime because he wasn't allowed to cook in his house because his wife said he wasn't. His wife said he would. So it was nothing physical, nothing. I helped him out. That was that. But all I'm saying is, if you a smart motherfucker, you could get arrangements where you don't have to sell your soul.
Right. If you're a woman and you know who you are and what you stand upon, then you can figure out a way to get what you need out of this man where he don't feel like he being robbed, you know. Nope. But if we gonna put out messages that, oh, they just should because I'm a woman, girl, sit your ass down. Cause who finna just because they a man? I don't give a damn, sir. I nobody got time for that. And we have the same obligation as women. And I think a lot of people, men and women included, don't know what or who they are outside of whatever image or standard is put out in society.
Yeah.
And it is sad because society can put the standard out there for you. I mean, for the society, but you got to figure out how that works for you or how you can make that manifest in a way that's going to be beneficial to you if you decide to follow that, you know.
Yep.
You might not want to deal with the societal standard, you know.
Shouldn't always. Shit. Sometimes societal standards ain't going to work for you.
Right. And you got to be able to know that, hey, if I move this way, is my mate going to be able to deal with that? You know, am I aligning somebody that I can journey and grow with? You know, I don't think people look that far. You know,
they don't.
I know a lot of conversations that should be had as it pertains to these relationships don't even get had. And when these people get to bitching, whining, and complaining, I'm like, well, did y'all have a conversation about, well, nah, we never talk about that. Why? Well, I don't even really know. And I remember I had a friend on Facebook. Let me see if I can find that status that he posted up. But it's more of the gender war nonsense. And it says, it was a woman that actually made the post. And she said, stop letting women with no dad tell you what a real man is. And I said, that goes the same way. Stop letting a man with no dad tell you that they are a man. How did you become a man? Well, I'd rather learn how to be a dad. And I asked him, I said, well, when it came to women, who taught you what constitutes a woman? He went into this long spiel about he want to learn how to be a dad, and he don't say nothing that women don't need to tell them how to be men, because as soon as you say something to a woman, all hell breaks loose. And I said, I get all of that, but my question was, who taught you what constitutes a woman? And he said, really, nobody. So you didn't have no daddy there to show you that. You didn't have no, you had a mother, but she was busy taking care of you. She didn't sit down and teach you the characteristics you need to be looking for a woman that would fit you, because she birthed you. She should be able to help guide you on what type of woman you would like or would be beneficial to you. So she never sat down and had those conversations with you. You didn't have no daddy around. So you really don't know what a woman is or what type of woman you would like, because nobody ever taught you and you never took it upon yourself to sit there and think about it. When I told him this, he said, a lot of stuff I learned about women, I got it outside the home and not in a good way. I learned from TV shows of how the husband treated their women. Saw a few friends with mothers and fathers still together, but initially being taught, nobody. I said, that's a continuous cycle. And then he said there will be a continuous cycle because y'all are emotional roller coaster. LOL, not saying I'm not up for the challenge, but uh again, but I am observing on my own and learning from past mistakes. I was like, dude, you don't need no woman to figure out the type of woman you got. You need to do that within yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need to go date Melissa, Keisha, Tanya, and Michelle to figure out the type of woman you like or what you desire. Because every woman is not the same. If you want a woman that is going to be okay being a homemaker doing domestic duties, then that is the type of woman you seek out. If you want a woman that's going to be able to help you financially, then you go find you a woman that likes to work. If y'all on a money grind and you find you a career woman, if that's what you so choose, but
he won't
probably
know. He won't know.
Huh?
Normally they don't know. They won't know until normally they don't know until like their second marriage. Sadly, when they really just kind of confused like that, and they just had because in all reality, the men that say they want a wholesome woman, and I've seen this all my life, they always want the women like me. I was never a wholesome woman. I got good men. I can probably count on one hand how many men like these men that these women talk about. I've never experienced that. Like sometimes I used to think women were lying. I was like, he did what to you? Nah, because I just got through whooping someone's ass, So I'm like, what the? I'd never experienced any of this shit.
Right.
So I just think that, everybody just acts different with somebody. Everybody just has a different persona with the next person, because these men will say they want a wholesome woman, but they really fucking always don't. Now, there is some men that do want that. There is indeed. But you could say you want something, but don't really want it. Example, these women that go and get pregnant by these bum types of dudes, most of them that went and got pregnant by these bums, they did not wake up that morning and be like, I'm about to go find me a bum. She didn't wake up that morning with that thought, but he just happened to stumble into her life because something in her attracted that bum shit.
Right.
But it wasn't, she didn't attract it consciously, that she didn't connect within to really adjust, her filter. So then she attract him and got her pregnant, and he ain't worth shit. So they don't purposely do that. Like my dad come from a wholesome family. He didn't want no woman. He say, but that's how my mother is. But look how she was, and he loved her. So I'm just saying, like, they say they want that, but then is that really it? They need the data range. They need to date. I've told plenty of men that were really good guys. And I told him, I said, look, go fuck about 1,000 bitches. I'm dead ass serious. Go have sex with about 1,000. Maybe a couple hundred. I don't know. But just make sure it's in the high hundreds. And then come back. Make quarantine first. Shit. Wash yourself up.
Say quarantine first.
Go quarantine. But then come back. And find me around 40ish. If it's meant, then it's meant. If I'm married, then goddamn is this not meant. Right? And they'll be like, really? So they'll check in every other year, be like, oh, you telling me how many bitches? Oh, it's been about this. It ain't enough. Going back. You know what I mean? And I would do that with a couple of them. Shit. And then when they were done, they knew what they wanted. But it wasn't me. But they eventually found it along the way. But you have to be smart, because most men are not disciplined with their penises, and they'll go out there and make kids with every fucking body. And that's the dumbest, most irresponsible, this wrong. Yes, it's beautiful to reproduce, but when you making all these children in these different households, some of these babies gonna be looking for, where's my daddy? And you can't be everywhere, nigga. You can't clone yourself. So why the fuck would you go out there and make all them different babies like that? That's wrong. And then these babies, thank God they're here, but they gonna grow up with certain deficiencies, because your punk ass can't be in every fucking home.
Right.
You can try to be omnipresent, but you ain't God. Because gods don't do that. Oh.
This is like the first indication of whether he even got any type of manhood in him, is if he can control his damn penis.
Shit, if
When
he's
I
mastered
learned,
himself, he can. If he's mastered himself, he can control his ejaculation. He can
right,
control when he come and when he don't come.
right. I said, I'm gonna give y'all an example. I said, now I don't know if this man funded any abortions or anything like that, but Will Chamberlain got more pussy than pussy had pussy. Okay, that man was fucking everything. He don't have one child, not a single one. Ain't
Yep.
nobody telling you not to go down here and break these bitches back down if they got their legs open. Ain't nobody telling you that.
Yep.
Be responsible with your fucking sperm. Your sperm is valuable.
Yep. It's your
Your
life.
sperm is 18 to 26 years of financial access for that woman.
Right.
Protect that because society says that you are the provider and the protector of the women and the children. So if you got a bunch of wayward women out here, according to y'all perspective, why would you drop your seed off in her? Why?
Right. Don't have no value for a seed. Literally, like no that that's like like we're saying, woman, that's your gateway. Okay, you just dropping seeds. Like who does that? Like my thing is, if you go to Home Depot and you buy them seeds, you buy them. They have that rack, and some seeds cost more than others. And shit, I know because I like buying them. So if I was to buy some seeds and I was just leaking my seeds out everywhere, I'd be pissed because I had that's valuable. Why was it valuable? Because I paid money for it. No, your body is more valuable than the seeds that you buy. So if you ain't gonna go do that, don't do it with your own. Don't go dropping them seeds everywhere because you don't know her generational demons. You don't know if her mama crazy. You don't know. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what kind of shit she got in her DNA.
None of that.
You don't even know what kind of mother. Let's say she got great DNA. Okay, great. Okay, but what if she's a child abuser? I know women that purposely starve their kids. I do. I know women who purposely starve their kids. So I'm saying, like, what is she that type of woman? Now you at work got to worry about your kids eating.
Right. You can't even do what you need to do as a man because you ain't take time to make a good decision about the woman you chose to drop seed in.
Right. Exactly. That's why I love my husband for this because we met. We are already at an age where his daughter is almost grown, but he there's no other children. There's no other slip up. There's no nothing. When a man's disciplined with his sexuality, he don't go dropping seeds everywhere because he knows the value of himself. He knows his value. And my bonus daughter, her mama is phenomenal. I believe she's a math teacher. She's just a phenomenal mom. Like I don't have anything negative to say about her, and I think he made an incredible choice. So, I mean, she's grown. His daughter's grown, but just looking at that and looking at that decision alone, I'm like, wow, that she was already almost grown when I met him. So, like I said, is a man's discipline means more to me than anything else because I can respect it. And you can love anybody, but you have to respect that man in order to stay faithful, in order to listen. And here's the leading part because now everybody wants to talk about I want to lead. Here's the thing. It's not easy to lead a woman. I am one of the hardest fucking women. And this man does lead me. I'm gonna tell you an example. I had a big injustice done to me. Big injustice. I went through a lot of shit in the military. And I walked away. I pretend like it never fucking happened because it was hurtful. And when I got with Gary, and I got with him right after it happened, and he kept telling me, Star, I can help you through this and all this stuff. And that's pretty much what bonded us because he really helped me through the whole PTSD. And he's been helping me nonstop for 10 years through it. He sees the nightmares. He sees the sleepless. He sees all that. He sees all the sleepless nights. He's up with me in the middle of the night with me with my PTSD. And where am I getting at? This he stuck it out with me.
Right.
And if it was not for him literally keeping me level-headed, I would have never got any justice because I I felt so intimidated going up against the military.
Yeah.
This man went to Congress for me. I was too intimidated to do it. Yes, he went to Congress for me, and they helped me. My congresswoman helped me, and you know, he literally opened all these doors, and he drove me, like literally he drove me to every single appointment, and he worked and took care of me during my hip surgery. All I'm saying is, if that's not leadership, fuck. And took care of the kids. Like, I couldn't even do none of this mentally or physically. He did all of this, and we did it in silence. We didn't even tell nobody. No one online didn't even post about it. I was just posting my regular, stuff, being my arrogant self. But my thing is, there was a lot of things going on, and if it wasn't for him leading me out of that darkness, shit, it opened up suicidal ideations, going through, the things that happened to me and all that. So it was a lot of things, and he is the reason why I finished the book. He really, the times that I'm just like, oh my God, he got his hand on my shoulder. You know what? Come here. We everything gonna be good. And deep down inside, he might be scared too, but I don't know. I don't know. He don't show it. But damn it, after he says that, shit happens.
Yep.
Something happens in the universe. It shifts and boom, something
there you go.
Happen. And that's why I don't care what happens with our money, our health, or whatever the case may be. I'm comfortable with him leading. But he has proven himself time after time. So the thing is, when men say she won't let me lead, he didn't ask permission to lead shit.
Nope, he just did what he knew to do as a man.
Thank you.
And if a helper won't accept your leadership, then move the fuck around and go find a woman that will. Because leadership gonna come in different ways. And a lot of these dudes, with the example you just gave, they'll interpret that as, oh, he being a simp and she just running over him. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Do you think that you don't have to contribute to the partnership? It's a partnership. Y'all asking for cooperation, but in your speech and in your language, it sounds like you want domination.
Right. But what they don't see is what they don't see some of the back end stuff too. Because I've given this man 3 children. So when my hip went out after having our baby boy, and our baby boy was my biggest child. Junior's huge. Yeah. Junior is huge. He's a big boy. So I had to get my hip repaired, So yeah, I've birthed his son. Of course, like he's never, I don't know. It was just for him. It was just like, I used to thank him, like, thank you so much, Gary. He's like, you don't have to thank me. You're my wife. You birthed my children. Like, what? This is not even a question. Like, it's through sickness and health, death do us part. Like, that's just what we are. And, these men just never had that kind of love. Like, men that actually know love, they actually see the world different. Love makes you see everything different anyway. When you in love, the flowers look different, sky look different, fucking air smell different and shit.
Right. I mean, but it's fake stuff.
Yep. They just don't know. Find it. I wish for everybody to find what they really need. But people are only going to get what they deserve. That's why I know I really can't help people unless they really are dedicated to wanting to help themselves, because you're going to get what you feel like you deserve. Think about it. Look at all these millionaires. I know plenty of millionaires, but look at all the ones that are well known, like the well-known millionaires. A lot of them motherfuckers don't technically, from a morality point of view, they don't deserve their wealth, right? However, they feel they deserve their wealth. That's why they're wealthy.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. So it's whatever I always felt in my mind. I'm supposed to be worshipped. I always felt like that. I had to. Like I said, it's the narcissistic shit, and I got some sadistic ways. I do. I'm very sadistic, and that's why I had to do my best to heal so many other. Not even just heal, but just recognize my ways, because I would just like do something to a man just because I can do it, and like it'd be really degrading shit. So I had to really, I can't do that shit to my husband. I used to do shit, boy. But you know, you just some men like it. Here's another thing. I had men that liked it. I did. I've had men that like that shit.
Yeah, you know, some men into that shit, you know.
Yeah, and they
like some of these women like they ass kicked, you know, whatever.
Exactly. It's what you feel like you deserve. And if you feel like you deserve those things, then that's what's going to happen. And people like, no, I didn't feel I got. And then I can hear people right now because I can hear rebuttal. You know, from someone that will hear this and think like, oh, I didn't deserve that. No one's saying that you deserve to get hurt. I'm saying that you only get what vibrations that you release. I can't control those vibrations on another person. But my point is, if you really feel in your heart you deserve something, it has no choice but to come your way. It has to be realistic, of course, but if you really feel like for instance, I like $40. If that woman is comfortable with that $40 transaction, we can't tell her nothing because she really probably feels that. Right. Probably, she can get Black and Milds. Like there's certain things she can get.
That's where she at. That's where she at. But you cannot be gap leg wide open $40 and then be like, take me to a fine dining restaurant, ma'am. No.
No, you gotta be realistic because once you give up the pussy, that's it. You're not going to no 5-star. But see, here's the thing: women gotta understand. See, there's tiers to this shit. The more you, I can't really. It's hard to explain because it's individual basis. Because there's some people that have just given it up on the first night and they became happily ever after. And then there's those people that actually, you know, they courted, they got to know each other, they fell in love, and then they took it to that level or whatever the case is. But what they have to realize, if a man is only seeing you just for pussy, once you give it up, he'll never go over that dollar amount. So example, if he gave you $200 on Tuesday, let's say you didn't give him no ass. All right, next Tuesday or next Thursday, he give you $500. All right. And then the next time y'all meet, he give you $550. Let's say you fucked him. You ain't getting no more than that, really. That's it. You're at your cap. And if you do, that's an anomaly type of situation. But normally they're paying for the fantasy or the thought of getting it. The anticipation of having sex with you is worth more than actually having sex with you. He can go home and do that with
you is giving up sacred heart information, and these bros ain't read it.
Yeah, see, they need to read these things, and they need to understand the electrical currents from their vagina. They over there zapping it out. They clitorises. Now the thing is, if you get the bottom knocked out, there's a science to that. You need to get you need to have those G-spot those penetration orgasms to actually make your electromagnetics and shit, you know, work right, because the clitoral orgasm, that's great, but it's an incomplete one.
Yep. These are facts and truth. And that's why a lot of women feel really unfulfilled after they sleep with these dudes. You didn't get nothing spiritual, you didn't get nothing material.
No.
So you lost
that energy. He's not injecting any energy because there's a whole sphere of energy that happens when two people, you know, man and woman having sex. See, if you take something right now and you plug it into the wall. So get one of these, get something, just plug it in the wall. You see the male component, you see the female component. All right. So it's the same thing. And then the heart is right there. So let's say these two people are missionary. You got a whole circular motion. So his penis inserting her vagina, her heart is pouring out and going into his. So his penis is a positive charge, with his heart being a negative charge. You see this whole battery? But if nobody's charging one another, then you're not gonna feel good. Not gonna feel fulfilled.
Correct. I absolutely agree. But that's another thing I enjoy about your post, because you said she's gonna attract the same person on her same mental level, low caliber. Yep. That's another thing that I be telling these people. Y'all arguing with people and saying how they not good enough and all of this, but this is the wavelength you want. Because if you wouldn't be sitting up here arguing with these people.
Nope. Frequent different places. Shit. Go to art galleries. There's people there that are cultured. They're actually, if you meet a man in there, not saying he's gonna be the ideal, but if you're tired of meeting the same type of dudes, go to different places. You don't think these white women don't strategically go and get these men? Everybody talk about how, oh, she went and got her a pro athlete. He got a Becky. Becky was positioned right. She knew when his big black ass was gonna be walking off that field. She was sitting right there on the field, spread eagle. Shit. She knew on it and she got it. And I can't even be mad at someone's hustle. So all I'm saying is if you ain't doing the same shit that Karen and them is doing, we can't really talk about. I can't be mad. I can't. We gotta do the same strategy. So you want to engineer? Okay, find out the latest events, where they're gonna be at. Go set out in front, act like you're looking for something, and tap one of them dudes. Oh my god! Oh, I dropped my contact. Oh my god! Oh, let me help. Oh, and go to Home Depot. Shit, them motherfuckers know how to fix shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Other women do this shit. They know what they gotta do.
Yep.
They do it good too, boy.
And we weren't taught these things. And we need to quit sitting up here acting like assholes. Like we know these things. We know what's going on in our community and why we lack certain skills and development. We need to be patient and have some more love and compassion with each other than the shit really that we be out here doing. Thinking we're superior or better and all of this. Fuck that. Sit your ass down somewhere. Right. It's not even that serious. And if a man is sitting up here talking about bald-headed hoe shit, that's some weird shit. he should have some different type of damn conversation. And it would do you women well to know not to give that type of person attention.
He need healing, probably. Shit. And not only that, they need to be talking about some damn investments. Like most of my guy friends that I converse with on a regular, we be talking about some real shit. Like I be getting all kinds of tips and stuff, and I give them certain tips, and we talk about real shit. So yeah. I purposely align myself with
Thank you. We got a super chat, super sticker, super something. What's up, boo? Blowing money powder on you. Thank you. Okay.
Run out in your phone. They actually, you can't even buy minutes in the phone number.
Right.
Let me stop. Oh no. But they mad at him for being a stepfather. But what's so funny is a lot of these men that if it wasn't for their mama recruiting a stepdaddy, they probably wouldn't be where they at.
These men think they are entitled to shit that they ain't entitled to. And some of the women got the same fucking ideologies. They think they entitled to things, and you're not. Okay, you got 4 or 5 siblings, and all y'all got different daddies, but y'all all grew up in the same household together. What makes you think you better than what you came from?
Right,
Now,
right.
if you want to make better choices and decisions, nobody is saying you are obligated to go out here and pick up a single mother. But to get a woman that does not have children, then you're gonna have to elevate yourself to somebody that does not have children. Because I know me personally myself, if you had children when I was dating, oh to hell with you. No hell, I'm not finna deal with your baby mama. I'm not
Right,
finna play stepmama. I ain't finna do none of that shit. And I'm in a position to be able to do that shit because I don't have no children.
right.
So if you have children, sir or ma'am, how dare you tell somebody else that they cannot?
And that goes with dealing with what's going on within. Because okay, here's how I know that that's a within thing, and it won't make sense, but I experimented with it. It's a within thing because why is it? I never attracted anybody with children really, and then when I did attract them with children were grown or whatever, but I kind of would experiment with what I wanted to attract that day. And just to experiment, I went and tweaked my energy and just said something random like I'm gonna track today. I'm gonna get Asian guys today. That's how specific I got. Like, well, today I'm gonna get cops or today I'm gonna get doctors. So that day I had 3 Asian men give me their numbers. 3 to the point where I went to go get some hair. You hear me? And the dude that rung me up behind, because they sell the hair.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, can you write your number down on the receipt?" And I said, "Why? What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I want to call you sometime." And I can't even remember his name. I don't even know. I didn't even give him the number or nothing because he looked too young. I had to let him know, like, "Oh, I'm too old for you." But here's the thing: the fact that I tweaked my energy that morning before leaving the house and that shit worked, that let me know that once we are highly, highly in tune with this other part of ourselves, whatever we really want to get, we can get it. Yeah, because I sat in the mirror, and every time I was getting dressed and shit, I would talk to myself in the mirror as I'm putting my makeup on and program what I was going to catch that day. And I would always catch it. Like, it was fun for me. Like, it was like, damn, like, okay. And I started experimenting with other ways of the laws of attraction. And I would get it. So that's why I'm like, I know I'm not the only person that got that skill. Like, there has to be other women that got that ability. And you have to have confidence, though. You can't. And people, they'll come with me. Oh, it's because you're pretty. Oh, don't give me that pretty shit. Because there's many women out here that look better than me that are getting treated like shit.
Yes, ma'am. And I don't do cute.
Right, it has nothing to do with the looks, because women will throw that. That's why I said it. Women will throw that out there. Well, you look like it. Don't matter by that. It don't matter. I know women that look like wildebeest, and they got nice looking men with means fighting over them and shit.
Right. I never had a problem attracting a mate. Not even since I've been married. I can go out in the public. I don't necessarily comb this hair every day. I don't even try to make it look like anything. They locks. Yeah, I get to them when I get to them. I don't wear no shoes. So my nappy-headed barefoot ass walking around on the lead, and I still get men to approach me and ask me, for my phone number, do I got a man, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
It is the energy that's coming off of you that a lot of these women don't understand as to why you keep running into the type of men that you're running into. You wouldn't attract that unless it's something in you. You should probably figure out what that is and fix that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You got to look in you, because you could actually adjust your inner to attract what you want. And like I said, when I attracted the doctor, now I had to readjust the cops because they kind of get crazy. Shit, you can't cheat on them without them getting mad. Shit.
Girl, you crazy.
How the fuck you gonna know where I'm at? Found out you knew I wasn't at home. How the fuck you know? Oh, you knew. Oh, you know what? This can't go. Because I'm going to cheat on your ass and you going to know each time. You might as well just break up with me before you keep getting your feelings hurt. Or so I get hurt. I ain't shit. That's what I'm saying. So I would tweak it. So then you live and learn. Like I said, sometimes we don't even know what we want. Back then, I thought I wanted a cup. I think I just had a uniform fetish at the time. Okay, well, I got over that. And then I had a doctor thing. Okay, got over that. You know, some of them were kind of weird. Not all of them, but, you know, the ones I encountered, maybe because I was weird. So there we go. I attracted weird motherfuckers that want to be tortured and shit. So, you know, this little shit. Little shit like that. Like, you can tweak what you want. So, you know, but you know what I did? And it actually helped. I took a break, got to know who I was, started deciphering my dreams, understanding my own energy, and just that's it. I took a break, you know, no, just I would even call it people. I'm celibate. I'm celibate. I never called it that, but I guess you could say I just started just preserving my energy, and that's when Gary came. That's when he came. He came right when I do that.
Yep. Once you start doing that inner work, then they'll show up. You know, these women out here so desperate that you are sitting up here talking to ass clowns. Stop talking to these ass clowns. They are ass clowns. Any man get on social media trolling for attention, to relieve frustration, or any of that. That motherfucker ain't focused on no real shit. He ain't focused on nothing that's gonna benefit you as a woman or your offspring. Stop talking to them.
No, stop even acknowledging what they say. See, there's some. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this because, you know, and this is fair because this is a whole different perspective. Because I have to give the flowers where they do. I met a brother, and he used to help me out. I was 15 when we met, and I remember he would always offer to kind of, I guess, rescue me, you know, out of my situation. But I was so caught up in what I was doing, I didn't want to change. So one day I was tired, and he took me to his house, and I rested. And I was tired. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take him up on his offer, and just go ahead and just, you know, be with him, let him take care of me and my kid, because, you know, I was a single mom. I'm gonna stop dancing, you know, like stuff like that. Because I could understand why he wanted me. He had his shit together, you know, he really did. He was a good brother. No kids, come from a good family, just bought a house. And you know what he did? He told me, he said, you know what? All these years, I really felt like I wanted you. He said, you know what? I realize I don't. That shit pissed me off, because I'm like, I finally decide to unfriend zone you, and you gonna turn me the fuck down?
Right.
Like, what? And you know what I did? I cried. I cried.
I mean, that's an ego blow.
Yeah, that shit hurt, boy. He was like, you only want me because you're tired. I'm like, I know, but ain't I pretty? Like, I remember the whole moment. I was 19. I remember he was like, yeah, you're beautiful. He's like, but he said, okay, if we were to have kids, what would you be able to teach them? He said, what, you're gonna continue dancing? Or you know? I was like, I don't know. He was like, well, what do you want to do with yourself? I was like, and he was like, look, listen. He said, I'll give you this book, read this book. He said, every time I get off work, I'm gonna call you, you tell me what you read. Because I told him I wanted to be in law enforcement. He said, all right. So he kept his promise. He was a paramedic. So every time he got off work, he would call me. He'd be like, okay, what'd you read? And I'll tell him. So guess what? I came to a part where it was talking about something about military service, and it just intrigued me. And I jumped up, I ran out, told my dad, I said, Dad, I think I want to join the military. And he's like, okay, yeah, great. Yeah, go. Shit, get the fuck on. Please go. You know, because he seen I was really just fucking up.
Yeah.
And and then I told old boy, he paid off my bills. He helped me out, everything. He sent me. Everybody, you know, cheered me on. When I came back, it, you know, obviously I got with somebody else. But my point is, he sparked that. He really did. He sparked that by telling me about myself. I never had a man brave enough to tell me I wasn't shit.
Right.
So for real, I really in my head thought I was a good catch. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you really feel like you deserve something, that's what you get. So even though I was a stripper and a single mom, I had nothing to offer anybody, and I didn't even really technically have a goal per se.
Yeah.
And he initiated that by breaking my ego.
Yep.
Yeah, and
sometimes it takes that.
yeah. So sometimes it takes that, and sometimes when the men do it, I'm okay with it. I'd be like, okay, especially if I know it's not a troll. If you're not a troll and you really speaking from the heart and you really, okay, I get it. All right. There's somebody that really needed to see that. But when it's coming from the heart or when it's being malicious.
Yep, you do. And we got to stop ignoring these signs. And these men are really out of divine order, then we need to stop giving them attention for being that way.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom line. If we want to change any of this dynamic. And I know a lot of us will feel like, oh, it's always on us. And then, okay, well, Eve Jean, bitch, you was here first. You was the first teacher. You was the first mother. Every bit of debauchery on this planet came from you. If we gonna go with the damn Eve Jean, you created all of this. You created the good shit and the bad shit. Own that shit.
It.
You want to be goddess, goddamn it. Goddess, your chaos is over there acting a fool. You want to organize that a little bit, then do it. It's gonna take work. It's not gonna always be comfortable. But if you want to improve it, then you will do the work. If you don't want to improve it, then keep running around social media arguing with these niggas. Keep doing it.
Because they think because it's online, it's not real, but energy is real. Because I fuck people's heads up if they check their Facebook memory. Obviously, you might be doing something similar today that you was doing exactly 3-4 years ago. If you check your memory, why? Because you put it in the clouds. So now you got a whole algorithm. So you arguing with a motherfucker? Come on, man. Nope. Yeah, now it's okay to have a educational debate though, because that sparks new ideas. But man, they be going at it, boy. They be going at it about who needs to be submissive and she's masculine. You don't know the definition to these things, sir. You don't know the definition to these things. You don't even know that your mama was sucking dick just to get food. You don't know these things, and now you online talking about fuck all these hoes. Oh, $40 hoes. Your mama sucked dick for to feed you some fucking formula. Come on now, let's not go there.
Right. There's no respect at all.
No respect, and then they don't even know their own history, and that could be really what they mad about right there.
But they'll sit there and say, well, if she would be cooperative and a man would take care of that. Shut the fuck up with that shit.
Okay, so we could cooperate. So where you gonna lead me to though? Because if you gonna lead, that means we going somewhere. And the thing is, you gonna lead me to poverty, then I ain't following.
That part. I
don't want to go there.
Right. I ain't trying to go there. This craziness. It is craziness.
Right. Like what if I got sense though? Like what if I got some financial sense, or what if I got some kind of sense, and then like you trying to lead me one direction, but I'm telling you, no, maybe that's not a good idea because this is what the interest rate is right now. So maybe we should do this right here. But maybe your skill set something else. You probably not familiar with these interest rates, So, a lot of times people just have to put their egos aside and just go ahead and do what works for them. Like me and Gary was talking about that earlier because I was like, shit, Gary, I'm gonna do the live, a little bit later, about male leadership. Okay.
Oh yes, let's get into that. Now, I guess since we done got there, we can go ahead and wrap up. So, thank you to everybody that watched. If y'all haven't clicked the like button, click it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you have enjoyed, well, I know if y'all enjoy it, you hear.
Right.
Star will be doing another live stream this evening. She'll actually be on a panel. Give me 1 second to pull that up. I think this is it. Please be it. Boom. There we go. So, you want to tell everybody what this about and what's going on?
Well, actually, the same topic, the post that got your attention also got the attention from the brother right there, Queasy, Mr. Queasy Black, and you know, he was like, hey, you know, you want to feature on our show? I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. So he liked the topic, and I guess we're gonna go over it a bit.
Yeah, because I thought that was awesome. I was like, this is absolutely great. I want to use this as content on my channel because I know it's a lot of women that get mad and pissed off because of the message that I put on my channel, because I'm hard on us, because we are the foundation of a society, you know, and we need to know and understand that, and we ain't the foundation because we can dominate a motherfucker, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We are the foundation because of our ability to nurture. That is our position.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I saw your post, I was like, "Oh, this is so good," and it addresses some things that needs to be said, because stop arguing with these unproductive ass niggas.
Right.
They can't lead you anywhere, and that's why they keep hollering and screaming about you need to let them lead, because they can't even lead themselves. So if he can't lead himself, why you even entertaining him? He got work he needs to do before he can even begin to think about approaching your universe. Okay.
Look, any woman listening and a man getting on you because he's saying that you ain't letting him lead, remind him that you can't let him do anything. And if it ain't naturally happening, he just ain't doing his job right. Period. Because I just don't. That's his ego talking.
I ain't never heard, and I ain't never seen that shit. Men just get in there and do what needs to be done, and they sitting up here arguing about. I'm not fit to argue with that shit, because trust and believe. If he wasn't on the time I was on, then you got to go on to the correct time zone, because this ain't it.
But my question is, what is she stopping him from doing? Like, he can't take out the trash, he can't mow the lawn. I mean, what is she not letting you do? I'm trying to figure out, like, what is she not letting you do? Is she not letting you shave, or what the fuck is she not letting you do?
She's not letting you control every aspect of her life.
There you go.
And that's a problem because of the insecurity and the low self-esteem and all of these things, you know. But the post was amazing. So I was like, yeah, let me see if I can get started up here to talk about this. And I'm happy that you came.
Oh, I'm happy to have me. Sometimes I guess I come on kind of shy, but shit.
And where exactly is this live stream taking place for those that want to watch?
You know what? That's a good question. Alexa, turn off. I need to have a link, huh? I need to have. Let me see. I don't have the link as of yet. You mean like what platform?
Yeah. So when you get a link, just let me know. I'll drop it in the description box.
Okay.
And hopefully some people will see it and pull up, listen to the discussion. I'm sure it'll be a great one.
Oh yeah. It's gonna get intense, and the thing is, they probably don't realize how raw I am. So I'm yeah.
Yeah. Shoot me a link. I want to watch this. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think the camera's gonna be on too. So I'm gonna go put some lipstick on so I don't scare everybody, because I'm crusty footed and nappy too. And I'm gonna stay nappy. I'm just gonna throw on some makeup to give the illusion that I look good. So
okay. Because they talk about natural, but really?
Nah, you don't want to see my natural right now.
So I appreciate you for coming by and doing this live stream with me. And I'm gonna get ready to close it out. And I'm gonna call you too because I just got more information about what we talked about earlier.
Okay.
So thanks everybody for watching. If y'all need to contact me, Star, where can they find you?
They can find me at you can go and add Dark Enlightenment. That is my psychotic that's the dark alter ego, and that's just the other part of my personality. And then you can also find me on my page. You can follow, and I always direct people. I have a group also called Mastery of Mentalism, and that has all my higher self stuff in there. So
Oh, cool, babe. So y'all
got
heard
the lower and the higher.
Y'all go find her, check her out, especially those of you that are into the metaphysical and the spiritual, and y'all picked up them jewels that she was dropping. Go on over there, pick up her book, The Butterfly Experience. You can get it on Amazon. And thank y'all for joining us. Y'all stay dark and lovely while spreading your love and light. And we'll see you next video.
Thank you, Queen.